film begins with showing a pregnant woman whose time had come for a child to be born, and she was screaming loudly. At this time, a man and a woman were taking care of her, and the woman was also wearing a red-colored necklace. Now here that woman produces a child, but neither he was crying nor was there any stir, because of which those people got upset. But then suddenly he started crying so that everyone breathes relaxed that the child is fine. But suddenly the woman shouted loudly because she had something other than this child in her stomach. What was that? This is the secret of this story that we go ahead. Now the scene comes from here, and after 30 years where we see a family in which there were mother and her 2 daughters. The elder daughter's name is connected and the younger is named Ellen. Both were getting ready for school. It is revealed that his mom is a nurse. Judith and Ellen's dad, there were also those who lived separately from them. We will find out what was the reason for this. Well, now both sisters leave for school. But Judith was about to leave for a walk with her friend, and she tells Ellen not to tell anyone. After this, we look at a detective who is Judith and Ellen's daughter. She was staying in a hotel these days. The reason for staying apart from the family, their wife, because both of them often fight, and their dad often make noise in the house by drinking alcohol. So mom drove him out of the house. But now he will have to celebrate his wife again, for which he would be doing some planning her. Meanwhile, they check some old files, where he found an evidence box. That is, a box related to the case where he gets a 1938 file inside which there was a necklace and a knife. Now he would ignore this file but could not keep looking at the necklace. Their necklace quite good, and we looked precious, and we noticed that it is the same necklace that was initially wearing that pregnant woman. And now Dad keeps this necklace with her so that she can give her wife as a gift, and she agrees. Now the nighttime Dad goes to his house, but his wife was not allowing him to come in. But because of the girls, she lets them come in again. Now Judith here tells that my numbers have come down, hearing which his Dad gets very upset. Alan then tells that nowadays it is moving more with her friend. Joth says that she is not my friend, just class fellow. His Dad tells him things she started and she would get up and go inside. But now she gives Dad, Mom a necklace gift. But she was not happy to see her and asked Dad to leave from here. Then both of them come out and start fighting due to being negligent in Judith's studies. Then Dad tells Mom that you cannot handle girls alone. But Mom said that I can do everything and I do not need you. After some time, we see that Mom does not wear a necklace. Then Ellen would wear the necklace. Judith came to Judith's voice at night. That is why she goes to her room, where she sees that Alan is reading a book with young children. Judith asks him that you have grown up according to this book. Then why are you studying? Ellen then says that I am reading this book for a little boy who was with me here. But because of your arrival, he left. But we noticed that there was no one here. Judith feels that he is probably an imaginary friend of him. That is, Alan's friend's friend, who is only in his mind, and he has no connection with reality. Meanwhile, she saw the necklace near Ellen, which she takes. Mom comes to the kitchen where we see a shadow behind them, which Mom is unable to see. The Edith, who was watching the necklace carefully when a small child started peeping into his room. But as she looks back, the child leaves from there. She feels that she will probably be Alan. That is why she goes to her room and checks. But Alan covered himself with a sheet. She was sleeping. Suddenly, blood started coming out of that sheet and something starts moving, about which Joth tells Alan. But he saw that there is no one in bed now. She started to panic. In the meantime, Elaine comes there, which was soaked in blood. Seeing this condition, she shouts to Judita, but then Ellen disappeared from there. Hearing the sound of his shouting, Mom comes here. Then Judith tells them everything that had just happened, but there was nothing like this there. Everything was fine in Alan's bed, but it was lying down, which is perfectly fine. That is why Mom calms him by saying that all this will be yours. The next day, there are Ellen and Judalee, where then Judith's friend arrived. So she went to the terrace with her, while Ellen is talking to her imaginary friend. Here we are able to notice that there was no imagination. It was not just his idea, but it was a strength, invisible power which existed but could not be seen. Now here he tells his name, Jonah, with the help of ABC puzzle. In the meantime, the wooden cupboard laid behind started moving. She was about to fall on Alan when Jonah pulls her and saves her. Hearing his voice, Joth and his friend came there, in which Mom also reaches. Now Alan was perfectly fine, but there was a mark of Jonah's hold on his hand. Mom asks how this happened. Alan then says that when the cupboard was falling, my friend came and caught me and saved me. Hearing this, Yodi says that this cannot happen because it is just your imagination and not in real. But Ellen did not think so, but she believed that my friend Jonah is really, and now she goes from there in anger. After this, Mom tells Joe that you should have taken care of your sister. On this, he said that I am not his mother whom I should take care of. It is not my responsibility. She is not my daughter. After saying this, she too would leave from there. Now Mom was taking care of Alan at night, but Ellen was missing her dad. She asks, why does Dad not live with us? Mom says that some things are bad between us right now. It will take time to recover. Like everything will be fine, we will start living together. After which, Mom starts telling the story to Alan. On the other hand, we are able to see Judy, who was sitting alone. Then she takes out the necklace. In the meantime, his birds started behaving strangely. So she covers the birds with a cloth, and then she finds a child named Jonah on the table, who runs away from the one who chases her from there, and she finds that she asks whether you are a Zona, but she does not answer. But only then a woman who was strangled, but attacks and sitting on it, a lot of blood starts to spill over it, so that she runs away to her mom. Now when Mom checks there was no one there. But here the Judith has to be thrown under the couch to hide the necklace from her mom, and she also mentions the girl Jonah. But Alan she says that Jonah is absolutely innocent. He cannot hurt anyone because till date he has never caused me any harm. Hearing this, Mom says that there is no one here, and there will be no talk of any imaginary friend here after Anda. All three were sleeping together at night, and Mom would dream a dream, which was in place of a red color, and looking at it, it seemed as if it is inside the necklace. Here she finds a woman who is the same woman with the same beginning. She says that he just wants to kill me, and then he has come in front of him, which we cannot see properly. But here the mom's neck is the same necklace, through it hangs in the air. Now due to such a terrible dream, suddenly Mom's eye also opened and she understands that definitely something wrong inside that necklace, because she saw the same necklace in the dream. That is why she goes to Dad to ask where she brought that necklace from. So they tell the whole truth to Mom that I met that necklace evidence box. So Mom asked them to show the evidence box, but Dad started getting angry. It is said that I cannot do this. So Mom taunts them that this is the reason. This is the reason why we do not live with you, because you are not anyone here. So now after listening to this wife, she would have finally showed her evidence box, inside which there was a knife and all this belongings were of a murder case. Dad tells Mom the story of this murder case, which had a couple. His child was born Jonah. Now her mom was the same woman we saw in the beginning. She was pregnant, and the child who was the child of her is Jonah, who was born in the beginning. Talk about Janona. He was a very bloodthirsty, like child. He torn the animals several times and killed them. Many times the people of the town also came to know about this, due to which they had to face a lot of difficulty. But her dad always used to take the responsibility of Jonah's antics on herself, so that her son would not suffer any harm. But one day the father of the child gets fed up with all this and leaves them forever. And all this is not able to tolerate her wife. So she one day kills her son and kills her. After doing so, she also eliminates herself by ripping her throat. After listening to the story, Mom gets the real picture of Jonah's mom, and she was surprised to see that this is the same woman who was intimidating her in her dream, and she also attacked the Judith. Seeing this, she quickly goes home, where he got Judith so that he was a necklace ass about. Then Jotha tells them that one night I saw the necklace around Alan's neck, which I had taken. But now he is under the couch because I hid him down due to fear. That is why now both of them find him under the couch. But they do not find that necklace there. Mom again, she asks her about Alan, but Judith did not know anything about Alan. On this, Mom says that you should know where it is. You are an elder sister. You should take care of it. Now we see Elaine swinging outside, whose necklace had come around the neck. Ellen was not alone here. His, along with the same child, was Jonah. Now Jonah pushes her, causing Ellen to fall, and her hand would have suffered a deep injury. From this, we understand how bloodshed the Jonah is, until now he was pretending to be good with Ellen. And the biggest thing is that it is a supernatural power. There is no normal person who nothing else. Rather, it is connected to this necklace. Now, Mom handles Alan, and she is responsible for all this to Judith. Mom takes out the necklace from her neck and goes to the hospital with Alan. Whoever now starts to accept all this responsible. That is why she is crying a lot. She was looking at that necklace that only Jonah comes in front of him, which poses him. That is, it controls it and merges with it. But when Mom was with Alan in the hospital too, he re-sees Jonah's mother's soul. Then Ellen's dad also came here, who have come to ask the condition of their daughter. At home, friends came to meet him. He makes him a voice, but when he does not come out, he himself comes inside the house. Inside, he got connected, which was doing something sitting on the ground. On going out, he came to know that he had torn his birds and killed him. Judith would attack him when he came to his friends. But the next moment, she came to her senses, and seeing her behavior, her friend got scared badly and runs away from there. After some time, Mom and Alan return home, where Mom does not find birds in the cage. What she asks about, she lies that I have freed the birds. Here, that Mom, the whole thing tries to tell me that someone had posted me and what happened to me, but she could not tell me. Now, Mom calls an ex-detective at night, which was involved in that 1938 case. She asks her to meet the necklace. Hearing which he is detected, the next day a woman named Beatrice goes to a woman to pick her up because Beatrice was also involved in the case with her, and now both of them reach Mom's house. Mom calls them inside and asks about this case. Then detective tells that Jonah's mom always kept his son in the arrow and on Jonah's body. The marks were also found, which made it clear that his mom used to treat Jonah badly. Then one day in the arrow, Jonah's mom strangled Jonah and killed her. But here it was not understood whether his mom had kept him in the arrow only to get his power. This is more deeper than this, and this to what extent the story was true, we do not even know because till date no one has known what happened that day, and it remained a very deep secret. The bad thing is that if there was no case solved at that time, then that case would have been closed. Now hear Beatrice about her sister. She tells what was the woman who helped Jonah's mom to have a child. Beatrice also calls Ellen and Judith here, as she is also associated with this case. Beatrice tells them everyone that my sister was actually associated with a cult. Solon, with the help of these things, she used to treat people, used to make magic medicines. In a way, such people call shaman. At that time, my sister came to Jonah's mom-dad because she was not having a child. My sister fed all her magical medicines. Every Haraba was tried and saw that they had a child, but nothing like this happened. Or as the last option, he took out the necklace which remains the root of all trouble in this time. Because it is related to dark devilish strength. That is, it is evil. Very bad. He has black forces inside. Knowing this, my sister used her and her mom, gave it to, he was sure that I would handle its forces. But she failed in this, due to which she also died soon, and later that necklace did all that with that family. Yes, but my sister had given that necklace to my fellow detective before dying to keep it to handle. Nobody could use it. Hearing this, Mom asks why you did not destroy that necklace. Beatrice then says that we cannot do this because that necklace has kept the bad black forces inside it. If that necklace breaks, then all the evil forces will come out from inside. What will be very dangerous? That is, if she becomes free, it will be very difficult to control her. Impossible will be there. Beatrice asks who wore this necklace. Joth then takes the name of Ellen. Betty says that Ellen has made a connection to Jonah's soul. Then she looks at the necklace and started focusing on it. He then came to know that Jonah was the evil, dangerous, bloodthirsty, because he was born because of a necklace made of satanic black forces. Of his antics, because of the reason, Jonah's mom strangled her and killed her, and later she was killed herself because Jonah's soul was a slave of evil forces, because of which he also forced his mom to take his life, and he cut off himself by cutting his throat. After that accident, Jonah and her mother's soul, also of this necklace, gone inside. But now his connection has been made from your family, and Jonah wants to kill you guys. She tells all these things to those people on whom detective tells him that you have to do something. Then Beatrice is not ready first. But all this happened because of his sister. That's why one has to take responsibility, and she also agrees to this thing. Now to fix this thing, he had to sit with everyone and first talk to Jonah's soul. Then she will forcefully capture this soul in this locket. but Judith refuses to do this. So Mom says that we do not mind this work, we'll do it without two. Now, no one here knew that Jonah's soul is inside Judith and not inside Alan, whereas they all felt that she was associated with Alan. Then, as soon as the evening goes to his room and the rest of the people leave Beatrice, Ellen, Mom together, do rich magic and detective attention keeps. As soon as the richness starts, it reaches the world inside the necklace. Ellen sees Jonah here, which was scared. Alan goes to Jonah and handles her. Beatrice asks him to leave from here. That then his mother's soul also comes there. Then Beatrice both go back to necklace. She says on the other hand, it also starts affecting the Jude, and it started flying in the air. Now Bias sends the soul of both of them back, and then Judith suddenly falls down from the air in his room, whose voice is heard by everyone else. When he went to the detective check due to the voice, his senses flew away that he joined has been posted. She pushes her with stares, due to which the detective dies on the spot. Seeing this, everyone gets nervous, and then Judith shouted loudly. Seeing all this, Beatrice realized that we have definitely missed something. A big mistake has been made by us. Mom then tells that there was also a knife inside the evidence box. Beatrice says that they will have to bring that knife to know the whole thing. Mom demands a knife from the dad. Dad then refused to give because the question of his job. But at the behest of Alan, he agrees because he loved his daughter very much. Well, Dad in next scene, he gives that knife to him and the Beatrice tastes. Then he finds out the twin brother of Jonah. So now we know that his twin brother was actually evil, while Jonah was always a good boy. Actually, that night, his mom produced these two twins. As I had told that the child is one, so the normal was born, who was crying. But what was the other thing was a twin child, that is Jonah's brother, who was very dangerous. Here his mom always kept him locked in bonds and not Jonah, because he used to keep Jonah with him, so that his twin would not harm his brother. Jonah because the wrong deer that used to do wrong things with people and animals inside the town, I the evil child. Now his father was taking the responsibility of all this on himself so that no one would know that his two children were born. That too because a black strength necklace and a child is born evil. Now one day he liked the dam, he was released and he attacked Jonah with a knife from the kitchen, which his mother broke completely. But when the twin child tried to kill the mother too, the mother killed her and killed her. Now because of this necklace, his soul was imprisoned inside it. But before that, with the forces of necklace, the twin child strangled his mother with the help of necklace and killed him. That is, he did not kill himself. The child was already evil, but now his soul had become even more dangerous, because of which he did not leave his mother either. Knowing all this, Beatrice tells them that we wrong and necklace has imprisoned the soul. We imprison Jonah, whereas his twin dangerous evil brother, who is his soul, is inside the connected. After this, there is connected there. Then when he fell down unconscious, they handle her, but she got up and started running away. Strangely begins to behave strangely. So those people, let's try to stop. But the soul of the twin child inside him asks them to stay away from themselves. But they control it as soon as they control it. Beatrice then tells them that we have to go to the same form where both brothers were born, from where we could probably imprison Jonah's brother in necklace. Going there, he lies Judith on the bed and was tied. After which Beatrice starts her work and she tries to talk to the evil child. But he gets out of control by rescuing himself through Joth and started running away from there. He also cut the throat of his dad, causing his condition to deteriorate. He started bleeding rapidly. In his last moments, Dad apologizes to Mom and Ellen, with which he dies. Both of them felt very sad due to their mom, but this time was not to celebrate sorrow. That is why those people go out to find Judith, because in this way, Judith was also in danger. Judith them in a shed, she meets, but she would attack the Beatrice and injured her, while Alan and Mom escaped from him. Mom hid Alan and she starts fighting alone. Now Beatrice came to Alan. Alan then says that we should seek Jonah's help because he is good and he can handle his brother. Then Beatrice sends him to the world of necklace so that he can help Jonah. Then Jonah is ready to help him when Ellen said much. That is, Jonah was not bad from the beginning. Alan had also told that he does not hurt anyone. And when Ellen fell from a swing, that work is also his twin brother. Was he? And now it happens that Jonah's soul penetrates inside Alan. On the other hand, the evil child was about to kill Mom when Jonah comes there through Alan's body and he asks his brother to stop all this. But his brother does not listen to him inside Judith. Then Jonah makes him remember the moment inside Alan brother lived with him with great love, and he worried about Jonah. Now, after hearing his words, Jonah's brother melts and calms down. And here we see that love forced an evil to melt too. And now he goes well and goes into the necklace with his brother, after which Ellen and Judy are cured. Then their mom he was embraced, that is, the Vitris had finally saved him and also rectified his sister's mistake. Now, in a way, we were being taught that as the children end up and become united by ending the fight, even though Jonah's twin brother was not a bloodthirsty evil, but he also loved his brother, due to which he agreed to his brother and was imprisoned in the necklace. That is, now no one had any danger from this necklace until it was handled. And with this film would end here.